Hello and welcome to Season 3 of Meet the Drapers, Brand Accelerator. Every week, 3 entrepreneurs pitch their startups to the Drapers and a VIP guest judge. Every episode, the judges declare a winner to move on to the semifinals.
And the winner is...
But here's the twist. You, the viewer, can invest in any and all of these startups. Like a company? Go to meetthedrapers.com and invest in their live crowdfunding campaign, and you can bring them back for the season finale.
The crowd is voting in 3 of our finalists.
This is your shot to invest like a venture capitalist. Now, let's make some money.
Welcome to Meet the Drapers. I'm Tim Draper. I'm a venture capitalist with Draper Associates. This is my dad, Bill Draper. He's one of the pioneers of venture capital. And my sister, Polly Draper, is a famous actress, producer, director, writer.
Plumber,
does it all for the movie business. And we have a special guest today, Blair LaCourte. He's with AI. It's in the autonomous vehicle space. But before that, he was the CEO of ExoJet, the most successful private jet charters in North America. So Blair, welcome to Meet the Drapers. I hear you're signed up to go into space. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. I was fortunate enough that when Richard started his quest, which was going to be a 5-year quest to go into space, which has now been 12 years, I got involved. And as they say, the journey is sometimes even more important than the actual event. So we're scheduled to try to go up next year. Our goal is to get people up into space so that we can then actually leverage that into supersonic jets, into satellite delivery, and take a lot of that innovation as well and bring it back to.
Well, terrific. Well, let's meet a few of these teams. As you know, as viewers, you can invest in these companies. You go to meetthedrapers.com and you can invest. Let's see that first contestant. Bring them in. But before we do, let's see what's going on behind the scenes.
My name is Parul Gujral, and my company is Snowball Money. Snowball is a wealth generation company that brings opportunity of smart portfolio investing to the masses. We launched our iOS app in 36 states in July 17th. Ecstatic about meeting the Drapers. Big fan of Tim. He's brilliant. He's definitely a major force within this industry itself. My mission here is to bring trust, but also have a human-to-human experience. We're here for the masses to be able to have wealth generation such that it's an even playing field.
So our next contestant is Snowball. Welcome to Meet the Drapers. Give us your pitch.
Absolutely. Before I give you the pitch, I have a custom-made Snowball tie that I made for you, Tim.
Oh, nice.
Here you are.
Terrific. Well, I'll definitely wear it over this one.
The quality of our brand, so.
Wow, very nice.
Very classy.
It's black, not really my style, but
No,
you know,
it's
black's not really on my style. It kind of is.
Some call us the Charles Schwab for crypto. Others call us the Wealth Front for crypto. We are the first smart crypto investment automation company. And what that means is we are a wealth generation company that brings this new asset class of digital assets or cryptocurrencies to the masses. And so the problem that we're trying to solve today is based off of a bet that Warren Buffett made. He bet that a portfolio of hedge funds would underperform the S&P 500. And so we let the masses invest in crypto like Warren Buffett wants them to invest in stocks. And so today in the US, approximately 41% of folks invest in stocks, but the vast majority are investing via a professional that is recommending a portfolio based off of the risk tolerance of the individual. They can just set it and forget it, invest automatically every single month, and there is no easy way to do this in crypto. So Snowball is as simple as downloading the app, hooking up a bank account, choosing a portfolio or having a custom portfolio recommended to you based off of your risk appetite, and then watching your portfolio snowball. Our vision is that the digitization of assets is inevitably among us. Real estate will be digitized, art will be digitized. Venture funds like Tim's funds will be digitized. Imagine you're a child in a developing nation that wants to be able to invest and generate wealth. However, you can't afford the volatility of cryptocurrencies. But what if you can invest in just investing in Snowball, but a portfolio of all the companies that are pitching here at Republic and Meet the Drapers in just a click of a button?
You're doing it for not just crypto, but for all sorts of different asset classes that haven't been used before.
That's right. So today, to start with, we have multiple portfolios which are just cryptocurrencies, but we are launching the first risk-adjusted portfolios which have a combination of stable coins and digital assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc.
You're really a currency trader, and you basically have long portfolios in currencies because you're allocating them like stocks and saying, I want 70% in this. So you're betting over time that currencies will appreciate or depreciate.
That's what we are doing today. In the future, we will have synthetic derivatives of hard assets that have been digitized.
But you're building a platform that can arbitrage long trades on cryptocurrency, and then you're assuming that you'll get to other cryptocurrency trades and then physically hard assets. And
I think what he's doing is he's getting as many customers as he can that are not that sophisticated at trading. They are basically saying, I want like a portfolio that's a certain type. Then once he has them, he can say, hey, I got a new offering for you. Right. Now, there aren't too many barriers to entering here. I've seen 3 of these in the last month. Why are you going to be better than all of them?
When folks have come to the crypto market, they have come with the goal to become an overnight millionaire. We saw this into the 2017 market, or we see this how Coinbase is poisoning you, telling you to choose which tokens to buy without the expertise. And so our goal is to shift human psychology to invest for the long term, and not to become an overnight millionaire, but to invest for long-term gains. Now, why is Snowball going to win? Why is Snowball going to be different? Well, first off, today there are no winners.
But I have seen a lot of people doing exactly the same thing. So you don't have that as an edge.
One, we have proprietary portfolios that we will be launching. We will be the first company that I know of that will be launching risk-adjusted portfolio to the masses. We've got over 6 million followers on Instagram that are getting 3,000 followers a day at no cost, and we're getting 100,000 impressions per post, such that we can create real network effects.
How's it working so far?
We had a private beta before, which had over 160,000 people on our wait list.
And what's keeping you from taking them off the wait list and putting them into your program?
Well, the majority of the folks that are on our wait list are global users. And so we're actively working on building a web platform that would be able to onboard these global users.
So it's not working yet. Is that what you're telling us?
The iOS app is working very well. We were the #2 product of the day on Product Hunt, the #4 product of the week. Compared to the #1 product, we had twice as many upvotes, 5 times as many comments, 3 times as many likes. My background is I am co-authoring a series on Forbes alongside the Chief Digital Officer of Forbes on product market love. And so when it comes to growth hacking and making products explode in users, that's my background. We have a team of engineers that are doing the coding when there is.
So they're not in-house, you've got them
outsourced.
Outsourced.
100% of our engineers are in-house. And so we have an office in San Francisco, and we have another office in Kiev inside the blockchain hub.
And how have you been funded so far? Or how much has come in?
Sure. So we've raised about $1 million so far, and we've got some of the best investors behind us that have had a tremendous amount of success in business-to-consumer companies, from the CEO of GetAround, from the former CEO of Salesforce. When everyone was fleeing crypto, we believed more than anyone else, and we're so passionate about this space. My family comes from India, and my uncle was the oldest of 13. And my uncle had a dream to break the glass ceiling and provide for not only himself, his family, but the village. And so he applied to UC Berkeley. And this Hail Mary was caught with his admission. 1,000 villagers gave their life savings to send him to UC Berkeley. And my uncle is the most risk-adverse investor I have ever met. And one day he said, "Beta," which means son in Hindi, "how do I invest in this Bitcoin?"
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. And that's why I knew we had an opportunity, but not only to democratize crypto to the masses, but to democratize access to information. We've gotten 2 acquisition offers thus far, which we politely declined, because we really believe that the wave is not only coming, but it's around the corner.
Terrific. Well, Parul, it was great to have you. Thanks for coming to Meet the Drapers.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
The outcome was great questions and a shared vision of what can be and how the world is being digitized. I think success happens in waves, and it's like surfing. You have a surfboard, which is the founding team. You have the surfer, which is the product. And then you have the wave, which is the market opportunity. And we truly believe that the wave has not only come, but it's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. We wanna give you the opportunity to play to win. Whether the market is up or the market is down, we have portfolios that generate income. And so we would love to invite you to use Snowball. We wanna be the most trusted way for you to be able to access wealth generation in this new asset class, which is digital assets and cryptocurrencies.
So, what did everybody think of Snowball?
Having traded cryptocurrency before, these products that they're producing are just long products. His point was, it's a good way to get people hooked. I read that as the product isn't actually superior to anything else in the market, but if I can get them hooked, I can sell them products in the future. When you start a company saying, don't worry, I'll get to the right product, then it's a two-step process.
I think there are a lot more people that are looking to go long in crypto out there in the world than there are ones that want to do some sort of derivative.
Part of what you're hearing from me is my conservatism or my age.
Yeah, you're more interested in the trade, the arbitrage between the two, and I don't think he's
quite. Physical asset. I was more interested when he said you can trade digital assets that weren't tradable before on this same platform. I actually like that, and I think there is inefficiency.
That was his step 2, right?
Right, that was his step 2. I'm interested in the step 2. The question is, will gathering people who do long, simple trades and having a platform allow him enough time to get to step 2?
You know, that step 2 was the reason I passed on Netflix, because I said, what, I'm supposed to back you? You're sending DVDs by U.S. mail to people's houses when we're a year away from everybody streaming, you know, and so I turned it down. It was a big mistake, but it was because he saw there was a step 1 before the step 2, and I didn't.
Point well taken.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I like him. I think he knows the subject. I always go on my gut about people, and he's a good man. He's going to do well.
Smart. He had his pitch down cold, including the I want to invest in Bitcoin.
And that I think this is this step 1 is the perfect product for his grandfather or whoever it was. With that, let's move on to our third contestant. Before we do that, let's see what's going on behind the scenes. So the way this is going to work, one of you will move on to the semifinals and potentially get to the finals for the big money, but all of you will be able to crowdfund, and the viewers will decide really how much they want to back all of you. Snowball, you are probably leading an incredible team. We think that team is going to take down barriers wherever they may be, but the barriers are very high. We believe that the regulatory thing will continue to be a pain, and you're going to keep having to fight it. And it's going to take so much of your time that marketing is going to be like a secondary thought for you. And it's going to be very difficult for you to make this thing work. But you do have it looks like a really dynamic team, and you have great charisma, and you can probably make something interesting happen. So we are really stumped. The judges had lots of advice, and who knows how all that advice came out, but we're going to have to consult the crystal ball. Let me just see if I can get some guidance from the crystal ball. Path books, you can. Snowball. Path books, you can. Snowball. Oh, okay. It is conflicted.
Whoa.
Very weird. Never happened before in the history of Meet the Drapers. We have a conflicted crystal ball. And I'm just channeling here, but here's what it said. It said, Snowball is the winner, but that Path Books should move on too.
Wow.
So congratulations to both of you. It was a very strange and unusual event, but weird things happen here on Meet the Drapers. It's great to have you. Congratulations. Congratulations. Well done. And just know that the viewers out there are going to can also help move you along, and that you're all available for crowdfunding. So we could all end up with a lot of venture money in your businesses, and great things can happen. So for that, let's bring all of you up.
Stand up.
Blair, I wanted to give you the special honor of becoming an adopted Draper. Thank you. Welcome to the family. It's so good to have you here.
Thanks
We're
for the
really
trust.
great.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we're so happy. So come on in here. See you next week on Meet the Drapers.
When Satoshi Nakamoto made a token perfecto, no friction, cross borders, decentralized. The world he did join.
He brought us together.
We're sharing Bitcoin,
Bitcoin.
no quarter and harmonize.
Connecting the world with pervasive money. He opened our minds, made the banks look funny. He kept his head down, he stayed in the dark. Never know if it was planned or a lark. But the world past Satoshi forever changed. Whether his origin block is lost or unclaimed. World is right, Baker shot